Hi, I'm Shelley Jones. Welcome to Learning Math with Dr. Jones. Our Facebook group will post a daily math lesson Monday through Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time throughout the month of August. All right, so we're going to convert decimals to fractions and then to a percent. All right, so I want to convert it to a fraction first and then to a percent. So I have 0.8. This is funny because, I mean, it takes, you have to think, you have to go back and think about, okay, how do I do this? And I want to think about the numbers more than I want to think about just doing some procedure, okay? So let's see, we have change it to a fraction. So this is 8/10. And then I want to change it to a percent. So if I want to change it to a percent, I think I want to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 10. So I have 100. Once I have 100, then I have a percent, right? So 8 times 10 is 80. So that equals 80%. All right. Now, I'll say this, though. When you have 0.8, this is what I feel. I could have just said, oh, well, this is tenths. I can add a 0 here to make it hundredths. And then once I have that decimal as 80 out of 100, then I know that that's 80%. So yes, I'm asking you to write it as a fraction first and then a decimal, but you can also think through it right here. I had 8/10. Well, if I add a 0, then I have 80 hundredths, and 80 hundredths is 80%. All right, so let's see, 1.2. Oh, Lord, let's see. All right, I don't know how I want to do this. All right, so 1.2, I know I have at least one whole, which is 100%. So let's see, if I do this as 1 and 2/10, bear with me, I'm thinking through this. And then I want to make this into a fraction. So let's see, 1 times 10 is 10 plus 2 more. So I have 10/10 and I have 12/10. 12/10. And then if I multiply each by 10, I have 120 over 100. And that makes a lot of sense to me because I knew that whenever you have a whole number, you have at least one whole, which is at least 100%. So it makes sense that I would have over 100%, right? So I have 120%. 120%. So you see how this is thinking through the fraction rather than just having you move a decimal. Okay. We have one over here, 0.006. So that's tenths, hundred thousandths. So okay, let's do it. 6 thousandths. So I need to divide by 10, divide by 10, divide by 10, and I get 0.6 over 100. So my answer is 0.6%. That's sort of like I had that 0.02%. So in this case, I have 0.6%. So this is tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 6 over 1,000, 6 thousandths. So I divide the numerator and the denominator by 10. Well, 6 divided by 10 is 0.6. And 1,000 divided by 10 is 100, and 100 is what I want to get. Remember, this is just one strategy. Change it to a fraction, make that fraction out of 100. Once you have a fraction out of 100, then you have percent. I mean, you know how you can just move the decimal if you're comfortable with that. But I just think people make mistakes when they do that. All right, let's see. Convert to a fraction and then a decimal. All right, I don't have any for that one. I don't have any for that one. Let's do problem solving. So example 1 on page 68 says, on a test, Kyle got 84 questions correct out of 124 questions. You can solve this using a proportion. I know some of you might solve it a different way. You might divide, which is fine. But this is just one way of solving. What percent is that? So 84 out of 120. 120. So I could do my cross multiplication. 84 times 100 is 8,400. And then equals 120 question mark. And I feel like I wanted to maybe cancel out, factor out like maybe a 2 or something, but let's just keep going. Divide by 120, divide by 120. Let's see, 12 times 7? Yeah, 12 times 7 is 84, I think. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 2 is 14. Yeah, so that's a 7. So let's see. That's a 70. Yep, that's a 70. So 70 equals question mark, because the 120s cancel out. 120 over 120 is 1. So my question mark equals 70. So let's see, what does that mean? 70. Okay, so that's 70%. So that student received a 70%, because if I put the 70 here, oh, this was something else. Don't forget to actually answer the question. So go back and say, well, what? Okay, 70 what? Oh, yeah, I was trying to make a percent. So 70 out of 100. So Kyle received a 70% on that test. Okay.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Jones. I'm excited to announce the 1-year anniversary of my best-selling book, Women Who Count, honoring African American women mathematicians. Meet me on Sunday, September 13th at 2 p.m. to celebrate Women Who Count, because representation matters. Stay tuned for a special panel discussion with mathematicians featured in the book, giveaways including a Katherine Johnson t-shirt, and activities from the book. Please register on Eventbrite for Women Who Count's 1-year celebration.